This is topic C on page 163, controlling page layout.
After you select a template for your document, you may realize you need to fine-tune the overall layout. For example, you may plan to print the document to a different paper size, or you may want to orient the paper horizontally instead of vertically. You may need to reduce or increase the margins. If you're going to put the printed pages in a binder, you might want wide margins where you'll punch the holes, and narrow margins on the far edge of the page. Word provides numerous page layout options that enable you to deal with requirements such as these. So a margin refers to the area between the edge of a page and the place where text begins. Generally, you insert text between page margins, although some page elements, like we just saw, headers and footers, will occupy the margin area. So your margin, the edge of the paper, text begins, so it's that empty white space between them. So this is your top margin, left margin, right margin, and if we scroll down, your bottom margin, empty white space here. Obviously, most of your text is going to go in between those margins, but like the book said, some elements, our footer is going to go in our bottom margin area and our header along the top. On your layout tab of your ribbon in your page setup group, here we have margins drop down. You can see right now normal is selected, that's your default, and that's 1 inch on top, bottom, left, and right. You have narrow, which is a 1/2 inch all around. That leaves less white space around the edge of your paper and more room for the actual text of your document. Then you have moderate, which is 1 inch top and bottom, 3/4 of an inch left and right. And then wide margins, you can see leaves much more room on the left and right sides. And this is primarily for maybe when you have to take notes regarding your document or something along those lines. It leaves you more space to be able to write there. But some documents are just printed with wide margins as well. You can also input custom margins from your drop down. This will open up your page setup dialog box to your margins tab, and you can input them using your spin arrows here. To the right of your margins drop down, you have your orientation, and this is the layout of how text is printed on your paper. Portrait, this is the default. This is where the height of your paper is larger than the width. And you can see when I change to landscape, this is where the width of your paper is greater than the height. So it all depends on what the purpose is of your document, how you want that layout to be. To the right of that, you also have your paper size. You have different page sizes. You also have preset envelope sizes as well to print here. If none of these are what you're looking for, you can go to more paper sizes and again input the exact measurements of your paper. On your page setup dialog box launcher, on your layout tab, here you have vertical alignment. By default, all text is pushed to the top of a page, but vertically you can also have it centered. But I'm gonna push this paragraph to the next page so you can see this. So when you don't have a full page, you can see you can choose to have that centered vertically. You can choose to have it pushed to the bottom, or you can choose to have it justified. And that's when extra space is added, like we saw with our horizontal alignments. It's not going to work for this because there's just not enough text here, but they will add spaces between paragraphs so it takes up the full or as much of the document area as possible. You can see here, now that it's justified, there's a lot more extra space added between paragraphs. They're trying to fluff up the page, so to speak. Okay, you can see that in our previous pages. So that's your vertical alignment. Now, as far as page breaks go, our last thing for this section, A page break marks the end of a page of text. You may find, though, that the automatic page breaks, that word inserts, don't quite suit how you want your text to flow. So let's say here I have 3 paragraphs on this page number 4. So this is just how the text flows, how much fits on each page. But maybe I wanted this paragraph to be pushed to the next page, to the beginning of the next page. I can force a page break here. And there's actually 4 ways that you can do page breaks. The first, on your Layout tab in your Page Setup command group, here you have a Breaks drop-down where you can select Page. So your cursor was located in front of that paragraph. It's pushed to the beginning of the next page. I'm going to change my orientation here. I'll do it for this paragraph next. The next way is by going to your Insert tab, Pages command group, selecting Page Break. You can see my click Insert. Paragraph was pushed to the next page. Undo that. My third way, Home tab, Paragraph dialog box launcher, and on the Line and Page Breaks tab, select Page Break Before and click OK. That forces a page break. And then your last way is my go-to, which is the keyboard shortcut Control and Enter. That'll push it to the next page as well. So all 4 of those ways will insert a page break. Layout tab, Insert tab, Paragraph dialog box launcher, and your keyboard shortcut of Control and Enter. All right, so you'll practice a few margins.
Your next video will be activity 7.3 on page 166.